Yeah, so let me go ahead and explain something to whom it may concern about my character and the way I've had to be in survival mode practically my whole life, right? Told you guys I was a very intelligent boy, preteen, right? You got to be pretty intelligent to leave a Masonic religion and know that you're going to face opposition for the rest of your life at 14 years old. I mean, you got to be pretty smart to do that, especially when they say that the guy that you're serving, like if you don't do that, you're going to go to hell. Can you imagine putting that type of fear into your child? If you don't go to church, you're going to hell. So let's imagine a 14-year-old says, well, I'm not going to church anyway. Well, obviously, that, first of all, number one, that 14-year-old is pretty brave. And that 14-year-old must be smart enough to know that they're being fed bullshit, right? So we're going to start, this ain't going to be long. I'm going to break down to you guys my character from the age of 14 up until now. So we're talking about a 30-year time frame, 31-year time frame, right? I told you guys that I was skilled at keeping people on ice. I have to say that over and over and over again. I hope one day I can be in a relationship, whether it's a friendship or my wife. I hope I don't have to pretend anymore with people because it's very exhausting pretending. Okay. I get to be myself when I'm by myself. If I have a wife, I hope I can be myself with my wife. Am I perfect? No. But I am aware. I do this thing, guys, about my character. I do this thing that when I notice something is off about an individual, if I have to deal with them on a professional level and I don't have no choice, like I can't get away. Let's say you living with somebody that you don't have the finances to get out of there, so you have to deal with this person. I'm pretty sure a lot of husbands and wives go through this. Imagine you living with somebody, you don't have the finances to get up on out of there. So you have to play this game of making people believe you A, B, and C. So if I'm in a situationship with somebody, or I'm on a job or whatever, and I'm stuck there, I will pretend to make whoever I'm dealing with in that relationship that, you know, they either got control over me or things are going their way. Meanwhile, I have a secondary mind that knows everything that's going on and proceeds with caution, ready for whatever, fight or flight, right? It's very exhausting to live like that. I mentioned to you guys how the individual I stayed with in New York, I was going around telling people this was my handler. They actually thought they had me under a spell. I told you guys out of the 2.5 years I lived in New York, I only hung out with this individual probably about 3 times. You can count it on one hand. Showed me around New York City, stuff like that. Other than that, I did the same thing I do now. I'm working all the time, every day, exhausting hours and stuff like that, on a bike, in the cold. So I was vulnerable. I've been vulnerable almost my whole life. But gullible and naive and stuff like that, I haven't been that for since a little boy. I have just been surviving around situationships. If people want to believe they got control over me in a certain way, let them believe that. As long as it's not bringing any harm to me, I'll let people believe whatever they want to believe. That's why I've been on YouTube so long and I haven't changed my channel despite any type of circumstances. I have stayed 9 years strong in making YouTube videos on my channel. I've never changed my channel, right, guys? Never changed my channel because, like I told you guys yesterday, it's only one thing you really can control is yourself. You can't control what other people do and how other people want to think about you. You can't control that, unfortunately. I've had friends that have come in my life Whereas I didn't really truly know everything about them, but I proceeded with caution and I treated them how I treated myself. You could see me hanging out with somebody. You can look at how I talk to somebody, how I text message somebody. I talk to them about sports betting. I'll talk to them about life. I'll talk to them about some new girl I think is cute. Uh, I'll talk to them just like they're the best friend of all time. And they could be doing God knows what. You have to deal with the shit show that this world gives you. You can't run from it. So you have to just stay within yourself and proceed with caution. Meanwhile, treat people accordingly. If you have to use somebody to talk to, use them to talk to. If you have to use somebody to tell them to talk to somebody and say, hey, this was on my mind today, then use them for that. If they think they got you under a spell, or they got you right where they want you, or they could be secretly gay, who knows what people's ulterior motives is out here? You don't know. As long as it's not affecting my what I'm putting, the food putting in my mouth or my sustenance, you just let people believe whatever they want to believe, man. It's nothing you can do. You only have so much control. I say it's closing out. The only thing you can control is yourself. That's it. You can't control nobody else. But I hear a lot of readers talk, they're going through the progressions of what it would sound like if I was under a spell. I wasn't under no spell. I've been vulnerable almost my whole life. But being under somebody's spell, no, that has no, you don't know me. No, that's not. That's surface level stuff. That's what it would look like on the surface. Just like it would look like on the surface, a 40-year-old man living with another man in his 40s that don't have no kids and not married, and you would perceive that person could be in a relationship or be gay or something like that. That's what it looks like on the surface. Man, this life is this existence is an embarrassment. It's a complete embarrassment, and I want my fucking repercussions for it, one way or the other. Or I should say reparations, repercussions too. I want what belongs to me. Period. Dealt with too much bullshit for too long.